One of the biggest traps that people fall into, especially beginners, is to select a niche and build a business without checking the competition in that niche. At Noble Samurai, we see it every day. Someone hears about the potential of online marketing, they get super excited about an idea that they are sure will make them a fortune, and they immediately start building a product or a website in order to cash in on this opportunity. After working really hard for months or even years, they finish their product or website and then think, okay, now all we need to do is get some traffic. By now, they know that getting a front page ranking in Google is the best way to generate free traffic to a site. So they start investigating what it takes to get on the front page. Only then do they discover that the competition for the front page in their chosen niche is brutal, and suddenly they come face to face with the fact that they have little or no chance of ever getting a top ranking. Without traffic, their fledgling business wilts and dies, even though they really did have a great product. And this brings us to one of the most important but often overlooked rules of internet marketing. It doesn't matter how good your product or website is if no one can find it. To help you avoid this trap, we created the SEO competition module in Market Samurai, which provides you with an instant snapshot of the strength of the competition for any keyword you're interested in. While this is an incredibly powerful way to research and assess your competition, it can be a little overwhelming, especially if you're a beginner. Often, new Market Samurai owners will look at their SEO matrix and find it difficult to interpret what all this data means. One of the best ways to improve your ability to interpret your SEO matrix is to share your matrix with other people and get their feedback. For example, you might want to share a copy of your competition matrix in an SEO or internet marketing forum or community to ask for advice from other members. In the past, in order to share your SEO matrix, you had to manually take screenshots using tools such as Jing or Snagit. And then, if you didn't want to share the details of your research, you had to use software like Photoshop to blur or hide parts of your competition matrix. But today, we're really excited to reveal a new feature in Market Samurai, which makes sharing your SEO matrix a breeze. So let's jump straight into Market Samurai and I'll show you how it works. Here I am in Market Samurai, and I'm going to start a new project by clicking the New Project option. Now I'm going to enter a seed keyword, and I'm going to use the term baby prams. From the main menu, I'll select the SEO competition module. Now I'll just click the Generate Results button. And here's my competition matrix that helps me assess the amount and strength of the competition for the keyword I'm investigating. Now to share your competition matrix, all you have to do is come down here and click the Share Results button. You'll then be presented with three options for sharing your matrix. Option 1 is public sharing. Option 2 is obscured sharing. And option 3 is private sharing. Let's look at each of these in more detail and discuss when you might use the different options. First, I'll select the public option and click the Share Now button. Market Samurai informs me that it has instantly created a unique web page to host my competition matrix and has automatically copied the URL of my new page to my clipboard, so it's very easy to paste this link into a message or an email if I need to. Alternatively, I can just click the Go to Page button to see the page that Market Samurai has created. And here it is. As you can see, it is a replica of the matrix that you see inside Market Samurai, and one of the best things about this is that it is still functional. For example, if I want to switch from Majestic SEO's historical index to the fresh index, all I have to do is change this drop-down, and my data changes instantly. Now, because I elected to share this matrix publicly, it contains all the information I see in Market Samurai. So here I can see the keyword phrase I'm investigating, and I can also see the URLs of the top 10 ranked pages. So you should really only use the public share option when you are happy to share all the details of your competition matrix, including your keyword phrase and URLs. You'll also notice that this page isn't password protected, so anyone having this URL can see this matrix. It's unlikely that anyone will stumble across this page if you haven't sent a link to them. But if you want a bit more privacy, you should use the private share option, which we'll talk about in a moment. I should point out here that although this option is called a public share, it is not actually open to the general public for viewing in any way. The only way to see this matrix is to have this unique URL. Okay, let's now take a look at the second option, which is the obscured share. So here I am again in the SEO competition module, and this time when I share my results, I'll click the obscured option. When I click this button to view my unique share page, you can now see that the page contains my competition matrix, but this time it does not show my keyword phrase or the URLs of the top ranking pages. This view is ideal for sharing your matrix with others to get their thoughts and opinions on the competition in your niche without revealing the actual keyword you are targeting. One of the ways you might like to use this feature is to post your link in SEO forums and ask other members for comments on your competition matrix. Or perhaps you could tweet your link out to your Twitter followers and ask them for their thoughts. Okay, finally, let's take a look at the third option, which is the private share. So again, I'll just come down here and click the Share Results button, but this time I'll choose the private option. Market Samurai then asks me to enter a password, which will be needed to view my competition matrix. So I'll just enter in a password and click the Share Now button. Once again, Market Samurai creates a unique web page to host my competition matrix and copies the URL of my special page to my clipboard so that I can paste it into a message or an email. To check my page, I'll click the Go to Page button. And this time, you can see that I'm asked for a password. So I'll just enter my password and click Enter. And now I can see my full competition matrix. So just to recap, you can now share your SEO competition matrix directly from Market Samurai by clicking the Share Results button. When sharing, you have three options. 1. A public share, which includes your full matrix, including your keyword phrase and all URLs. 2. An obscured share, which includes only your matrix, but hides your keyword and URLs. And 3. A private share, which requires a password before revealing your complete competition matrix. So from now on, you'll never be alone when you're scratching your head trying to figure out if a keyword is too difficult to rank for. All you have to do is share your SEO matrix and tap into the knowledge of the internet marketing community. In this way, you can avoid the trap of building a product or website and then finding out that it's impossible to get on the front page of Google. As you've seen, the new Share Results functionality is part of the SEO competition module, which is one of the paid modules in Market Samurai. If you already have the full version, then you can start using the Share Results feature immediately. However, if you've got an expired version of Market Samurai, all you have to do is open the software and click the Purchase Full Version button in order to upgrade your copy and unleash the full power of the SEO competition module. You'll then be able to quickly analyze the competition in any niche and zero in on your next online opportunity.